right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of LKD Talks. My name is Emmanuel LKD, and let's unplug and be real for a sec. Now, today I've got a very special guest. He is, I don't know how long I've known you, but it's been a while.
Man, I think it's been almost, wow, it might be 4 years going for 5, I think.
No way. I don't think it's 4 years. Is it
For the
actually
squad
4
came out
years?
in 2018. Yeah.
What's that? No, that's,
Yeah,
4
man.
years. Yeah, 4 years. Oh my God. I feel like it's been
I
longer.
know. Time flies.
Yeah.
Time flies. But yeah.
Dang. 4 years. But introducing Diego Ramirez.
Yes, sir. How's it
Woo!
going, guys? How's it going?
Yo, Diego, if you could introduce the audience who you are, what you do, and why you do it, that would be great.
Yeah, my name is, like you said, Diego Ramirez. My stage name is Direz. I am an artist, I want to say. I don't really classify myself as a rapper anymore, or just an artist, a musician. And I do it because I love it. It's as simple as that. I love the music, and
Nice.
today we're actually talking about music. I was walking back home from break, and I was listening to piano versions of pop songs, and it was such a soothing feeling. Like I told myself, I'm like, this is honestly one of like there's no lyrics and there's no, it's not a girl or a guy singing it. It's just piano, and it's given such a nice feeling. I was like, I like music, and I went and tweeted. I'm like, music is awesome. It can make you feel this and that. But
Nice, bro.
yeah, music is awesome. I love it.
Nice,
But
bro.
that's
I know exactly
good
what
for
you
that.
mean. That like it's almost like classical music or soundtracks make you feel like the
Yeah.
protagonists of your life.
Yeah. Especially when it's like a fast, like upbeat kind of song, and it feels like you're in a music video and you're like rushing it, or
Yeah, bro. Just like
that's so cool.
driving, just looking out the window, just like the
Oh
sunset as well,
man,
bro.
with the right song, it's probably one of the most peaceful things you could do.
Bro, I love music. If
No,
you
me
think
too, man.
about it, I think I tweeted this a while ago too, but music is really just wiggly air.
That's an interesting. I've never heard that. I've never heard that.
I saw so many memes about it. I'm like, wiggly air.
Yeah,
What the
I
heck?
get. Yeah, you know what? That's an interesting take. I'm gonna run with that.
Wiggly air.
It is wiggly, yeah. All the sound waves.
The sound waves. Oh man. But yeah, so a reason why I got Diego on here. He was previously on the Blindfold Off podcast. If any of you remember that, we had a really fun conversation. But today we're gonna switch gears a little bit, and we're gonna change the drive, no pun intended.
Nice.
Because previously in the past, a few months ago, me and Diego had an exchange over text about car crashes and car accidents. And as you guys
Yeah.
see in the title of this video, we'll be talking about that. And then a few months ago, I actually got into a Fast and Furious type of car accident where I spun out. Someone hit me. I got T-boned. It was
Oh.
bad.
Oh man.
Yeah. I mean, I got a new car though, so that's a plus. But
Yeah, but
it
I did
was.
not know it was that bad.
Oh, did I not show you the video?
No, dude. You have a video?
I do have a video. I'll show you after because I don't know if I can
Yeah.
legally show it. But
Yeah. Oh wow.
yeah, bro.
That is terrifying.
Yeah, I'll describe the whole situation as we go down. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I remember I posted about it on my story about I think I said something like when they said life is a movie, I didn't expect mine to be Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And then you
Uh-huh.
replied, you're like, oh damn, you got in a car accident. Oh
No,
man.
yeah. Yeah, no, car accidents are scary. I was fortunate and unfortunate enough to be in one, in a car accident where my car actually got impacted, and I was also like, the way that it was put by the cop, I was an uninvolved motorist at the same time as being part, as I was involved but not really, because my vehicle never got hit,
Mm,
but on the motorcycle. And that was, I have not been the same since the incidents. Specifically the car one lately, because I got my car to avoid any motorcycle accidents. And as the day I get my car, I get hit, like my car gets impacted.
Mm,
So it's like all this for what? You know, I just bought a car and got
yeah.
hit. But the motorcycle accident was an interesting one, man, because it should not have happened. And
Mm,
it's something that just like came out of nowhere. I'm on the highway, I'm on the left lane, and I coming back home from work, and I have, so on the bike it's the main seat and the passenger seat that's on the back. So usually I don't have a passenger, and I strap my motorcycle cover on it. I strap it with a net, and I've ridden to work multiple times, no issue whatsoever. Something must have happened this day, that I'm on the highway, and I don't know what happens. The cover slides under the
oh
seat, under the tail light, and I guess it's like I'm not going too fast, but I'm going somewhat fast. And the wind must have pushed it a little lower and lower.
man.
That as I'm on the highway, the wheel and the cover get stuck together,
Oh
and
man.
my rear wheel is just skidding. So I'm again like it's scary. I have to repeat it that I'm on the highway. These
Man,
things,
that's
like, there's
scary.
nowhere to stop. Yeah. And the shoulder lane is
Dang.
all the way on the right. I'm all the way on the left lane. I can't even pull over.
Oh
I can't do
man.
any of that. So um as I'm riding, I tell myself, I'm like, you're going down. Like, you're going down right now. Just know exactly how you're gonna fall, how you're gonna jump off the bike, how you're gonna land on your on because I have the gear I wear has padding on the sides, and I'm just like, you're gonna go down. Just land on the sides to make, if you skid, as long as you don't hit your head on the barricade, whatever, you're good.
Mhm.
Don't know how it happened. I did not end up falling off that bike. I kept the bike
Oh,
up and I skid all the way.
oh man.
So that was part one of my worries. Part two
Oh,
is I'm on the left lane. I'm going fast. Cars behind me are going fast. I hope a car behind me knows that they have to stop, or else it's running me right, like right
man.
off the bike.
Man.
So I stop. I'm a stopped vehicle on the left lane, rush hour, but it's somewhat empty on the left lane. So I'm like, please don't let any car hit me. And I hear the car behind me just skidding, and it stops. I was like, and it stopped. It stopped behind me. I was thanking God. I was like, thank you. Like, the car behind me did not hit me. Like, that could have killed me. That could have
Man.
definitely killed me.
Yeah.
So now I think it's over. The car behind that car didn't stop, and it collided into the car behind me, and it was a scene, man.
Oh
It was so
no.
bad though. Like the oil's just leaking out of the car behind it. It pushed the car that stopped behind me a little closer, but enough to not enough to hit me. So it
Man.
happened, and I was actually on my way to perform at a venue. I left work early.
Oh,
Now I'm running late to the gig, and I'm like struggling. I call my friend who booked the whole thing. I was like, hey, like, I FaceTime her. I'm like, hey, look where I'm at. I'm in an accident. I'm gonna run late. If anything, can we just switch sets? You go on before me. I go after you. Like, I just wanna, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it on time, because the cops took forever. The highway patrol took forever to show up. They came and they're like, okay, what happened? I explained to them, and I cleared my name from the get go out, because there was another guy who only spoke Chinese and another guy who only spoke Spanish.
oh
I
man.
was the only one that was able to communicate properly with no like translator or anything to the cop. So I definitely cleared my name first. I'm like, hey, look, like, this happened. My I had to come into an emergency stop. Um, but they're like, okay, are you hit? Whatever. And they say, no. No, I'm fine. He's like, okay, like, you're good to go. Let me just get your witness thing. You're an uninvolved motorist, but you're here. So
Mm,
you have to stay. You have to, write down your statement. So I told him, and he's like, okay, you can go. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, because he asked for everyone else's insurance. I'm like, you don't need mine. He's like, your bike didn't get hit, right? I'm like, no. He's like, you're good to go. Just go ahead. You're good. I'm like, thank you.
man.
Like, and then I made it to the set maybe 20 minutes earlier before I had to go on. I left early to go home, change my outfit to perform. I didn't even go home. I just went straight to the venue in my work clothes, and I bought a shirt from the venue. like here, like just something else, because I wasn't like in dress clothes. I'm like, I gotta,
Yeah.
yeah, man. That was
Man.
the first part of the accidents, but I don't want to take up too much of it. But that's exactly what happened with that bike,
Wow,
and
man.
it was I didn't ride. That was a Wednesday. I didn't ride to work Thursday and Friday. I drove
Mm-hmm.
because it was, that little like mini trauma still lingers, and to this day, it still lingers nowadays. Like
Mm,
I used to have a slower bike before, and it can only reach like 65 miles an hour max.
mm-hmm.
And I never worried about the rear view mirror or whatever. So after this accident, I mean, well, maybe not an accident, maybe after this incident,
Mm,
I'm on my bike and I'm looking, like my eyes go like both ways, looking at my rear view mirrors, like how close is the car behind? Like, like now it's like
mm.
I'm very cautious, but I'm also very paranoid when it comes
Oh,
to riding in it. And it sucks because I wasn't even hurt. Imagine I got hurt. I
man.
could have,
Oh, that would have been awful.
yeah, man.
Bro, just you telling that story, like my heart dropped and it was racing. I was feeling the same type of
Dude,
emotions and the same type of panic. Oh
I
man.
was so shook. I was honestly scared out. Like I thought I was gonna fall at one point, but like after I didn't fall and I realized that I'm still like on the highway, like a car can come and just run me over at any second. That was like also like super, super like,
Yeah,
traumatizing in a way. But yeah,
man. So was that your first
that was the
incident
first one.
that you've been in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That happened July 6 or 7. See how it doesn't leave my
Yeah,
head.
I know what you
Like
mean.
it
Like
happened.
it stays with you, bro. Car accidents
Yeah.
stay with you, bro.
That happened July 6 or 7. I get my car a Saturday, July 20 something. And this one was kind of like my fault a little bit, but not really. Um it's very quick. This one's much less intense than the other one. I'm on my way home. I bought my car. I'm on my way home. And I'm driving, whatever. And we're taking an exit. I think the exits usually most of the time are pretty fast. This
Hmm.
exit was a little slower. So I'm taking the exit and I realize I'm approaching the car in front of me a little faster than I should. And I'm like, okay, I'm running out of brake space. I have to really stop. And but I'm getting to the car like really faster and faster and faster. I'm like, okay, I got to slow down like now.
Mm.
So I kind of slam on the brake a little bit, and I don't hit the car. I don't hit the car. So I'm
Okay.
like, oh, okay, thank God. Car behind me is different. Car behind me, I to be fair, it was a sudden stop in a way for me as well. But he must have been much closer, and he hit the back of my car. My
Mm.
car is a coupe,
Hmm.
and his car was a Ford Explorer.
Oh,
It's
shoot.
a much bigger car. So
Oh, shoot.
I'm like, my car is wrecked. Like I just bought it. It's gonna be wrecked from the back, whatever. I get out, my car is just scratched. It's on like there's no dent, there's none of
Okay.
that. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like I was so scared. Like, please, now I just got this car. But he was so mad at me. He was like, you stopped out of nowhere. I just bought this car. I bought this car 2 days ago. I'm gonna file for insurance. I'm like, dude, I bought this car today. And he was like, no, but mine's just 2022, whatever. Man, mine's just 2011. I don't really care, about the year. But
Hmm.
I'm like, you know what, man? You want to file for insurance? By all means, go right ahead. You're gonna end up losing because you hit my car. So let's
Yeah.
do this right now. If there's
Let's
anyone that
do
has
this
to
right now.
file, it's me. Yeah, I'm like, let's
Let's do this
take my
right now. Get me
information.
outside.
Like, let's get this out the way. Yeah, but I'm like, if there's anyone that should file, it's me. And let me tell you, because that happened so close to the bike accident. The cop told me, yeah, the car who hit the other car might be the one at fault. So I
Hmm.
told the guy, I'm like, hey, look, I was just witness an accident. Car that hit the other car in front of them was the one that ends up losing. So if you want to do this, we can definitely exchange information. You might have to end up paying me for whatever minor scratch there is. I'm like, your car, his plate was just bent. That's the worst damage that it was, man. A couple
Hmm.
of scratches on the front, but that was it.
Okay.
And he's like, you're not gonna file anything. I'm like, no. I'm like, no. Like, we can all leave. It was 4 cars. Car in front of me, my car, his car behind him.
Oh, okay.
And so it was 4 cars, but all cars were fine. All of us were like, we all checked on each other. You okay? Yeah, whatever.
That's good.
All right, let's all drive off. But he was like super adamant about like getting insurance. And I finally managed to tell him like, you can do it, man, but you hit my car. So it's up to you. But again, after that, now I'm very cautious when I drive. Like now I
Hmm.
don't, I used to love going fast, man. Like I used to really
Bro,
love
me too.
going fast. And now it's kind of like slow down because you never know when you might crash.
You never know, bro. So have you only been in 2 accidents then?
Yeah. I mean, I scratched my dad's car. I hit the rear. I was parking and I scratched the rear. It's a minivan, so it's the back door. Um, with the front bumper of another car. But I wouldn't consider that an accident. That was because of I wouldn't consider that a crash or anything. You know, I messed up
Hmm.
my car, but that was all on me. Like
Yeah.
that's completely different. But like a road accident, like a highway kind of accident, those are the only two, thankfully, and I don't want to be in any more.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro, like bro, it's just the
Yeah.
adrenaline just from hearing that again, man. Not again, but you know what I mean.
Just
Just
hearing it. Yeah.
experiencing that again. It's
Hmm.
just wow. I've been in 3 accidents actually.
No way,
I
really?
have, yeah. The first one I remember very vividly because I was with my brother in the car. We were driving down the highway. It was super rainy. It was raining super fast. And then we were in the middle of the highway. I remember very vividly because it was the same day. It was like June 18th, 2018, I think.
Whoa. Yeah.
Because I because I remember me and my brother were listening to XXX and that was actually on the same day that X died.
He had just
So
passed. Yeah.
yeah, so that's why I remember it very clearly.
Whoa. Yeah.
Because he died and then we got into the accident. So basically what it was, because it was raining so fast, uh cars just had to slow down and the car in front of me just like slowed down like abruptly. And then I
Yeah.
like slammed my brakes super hard. And then thankfully we didn't hit the car in front, but it was the same as your accident, your second
Yeah.
one, where the
Uh-huh.
car behind me just boom hit us in the back.
Yeah.
And it was like, thankfully, no one was hurt. I think the bumper, it was just the bumper that got damaged, but thankfully, no one got hurt. It was
Yeah,
my first time
man.
in an accident. Me and my brother, it was just me and my brother. I was 18 at the time.
Oh, you were young. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Oh, we just both pulled over. I just called my dad. I'm like, Dad, what do I do? I got in a car accident.
Yeah.
And then he told me I just, get exchange information with the
In
other
case. Yeah.
driver, get their license, get their insurance, or call the police, do the whole exchange with them.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the guy behind me, he just asked if we were okay. And like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he understood too that, uh, it was raining super fast too. So
Hmm.
I think he understood. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was scary that first time. You
Especially
know,
because it's raining. Yeah.
yeah, bro. It was like, oh nah, man. Thankfully,
Right.
like, yeah, like it wasn't anything explosive or anything, but yeah,
I can't even imagine being an explosive crash, man. Those look terrifying.
they are, bro. Oh my gosh. It really makes you think and appreciate your own life where
Yeah. Hmm.
you're just like, yeah, man, like imagine if something worse would have happened. Someone could have got easily hurt or just
Yeah.
even died, you know?
Trapped in the car might have there's so many different outcomes that could have happened. So just being grateful that it was very minimal. Like cosmetic damage is the least of it, like
Hmm.
if the bumper's messed up, it's whatever, you
It's
can
whatever,
replace
yeah.
it. It'll cost you money as long as you're not like injured or like God forbid like dead.
Hmm.
Like the bumper's the least of my worries, or anything really. If
Right.
the car is wrecked, the car is wrecked. Like we let it go. Like it
Right.
hurts,
Yeah.
but
It hurts, it sucks, but it's just the car, And
yeah.
that's actually something someone said to me in my third accident, but I kind of want to talk about the second accident first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So just so it's chronological. So ever since that first accident, I've just been making sure to hit the brakes early or keep like at least
A
a
good
car distance.
the cushion space. Yeah.
Yeah, the cushion space, not
Hmm.
following the car so much. So that's what I've learned from that first accident to give that cushion space and make sure I'm not too close to a car when I'm driving. The second accident, I was in college. I think it was my sophomore year. I was driving on the way to work, and then I was at a stoplight, and then the stoplight turned green. So then I just went, and then this old lady just came out of nowhere, just ran the red light, and then I slammed into her, and then my front bumper was ruined. And I was like, oh, what is going on, bro? Like, I'm just trying to get to work. And then she said, I thought I had the right of way. And then, like, you know, it was blamed on me because I'm the one who hit her. But it's just like, oh my God.
But she ran a red.
She ran the red, but there was no other witnesses either because it was more of a smaller stoplight and there was no one there. It's like, oh, man, you gotta be kidding me. I'm not trying to play.
Right.
So, man, that second accident, that's a
T-bone.
Yeah, it's a T-bone. Like,
those are oh my God.
Yeah, T-bone. And like from that, I realized to look both ways, even if it is a stoplight.
Right.
You can never be too careful.
No, you can't, man. The stoplights those are also a little tricky because although I didn't get into an accident there, you know how we drive. You know, it went at a yellow light, people speed up most of the time just so they make it. So I was on my way home from school. I think I was probably like 19, 20 years old. I was on my way home from school, and it's like still a green light. Like it's myself and a car in front of me. We're both approaching the green light, and as soon as it turns yellow, the car in front of me stops. Like it's a yellow. You can cross. You can keep going. Yeah. It doesn't. And this one I had my first bike, so this is on the motorcycle as well.
Okay.
I'm on my bike and I panic brake. Like it's like I'm speeding up thinking they're gonna speed up. Turns out they don't. So I slam on the front and the rear brakes. And again, in my head, it's like it's weird because I think to myself, like, you're gonna crash, you're gonna collide right now. Just know how you're gonna like cushion yourself.
Yeah.
But nothing happened. Like my rear wheel was skidding. It was like maybe like 10 feet at most I did skid. And I stopped about 2 or 3 feet behind the car and I was fine. But shoot. You know, it was kind of like the anxiety that hit after, like, oh, like I almost, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Like with that, bro, it's just like you never know who's gonna stop or who's gonna go. It's just like I feel like driving, you just have to pray and just always be in that mindset of just be ready for anything.
Yeah. That's what my cousin told me because he drives all the time. And he said, dude, you have to, maybe you didn't notice it before, but now you notice it, that you have to be prepared for a crash at any second. And I never, like, that never crossed my mind when I was driving. You know, it's always like, yeah, I'm on the highway. I'm going to get from point A to point B. No worries. And whenever I hear about crashes, it's like, wow, these things happen, I guess. You know, it's never happened to me. So, but now that it's happened, it's kind of like, okay, they're real. And you've been part of it. Now you have to focus and make sure that you keep yourself safe, keep your car in front of you, to your side, to the back, everyone safe, because it's a crazy world.
Right, bro. See, I mean, did you ever take driver's ed?
I took driving courses to learn how to drive, but that's as far as I've gotten with driver's ed. Like the mandatory 5-hour course I have to take and things like that, but never taken like something else.
Okay. Oh shoot, I don't know what was that. Do you hear that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, something just bugged in my speaker or something. But anyway, I'll cut that out maybe. But, but
nah, you're good.
Yeah, man. When I was in high school, we were required, our state in Minnesota, we were required to take driver's ed. And we had a class, and one of my teachers, luckily, she taught a driver's ed class, so I just took it at my school. And then one of the things they emphasized was to always look at the road, always be looking at the top rear, the top mirror, the rear view mirrors on the side, and always be looking, always be paying attention at the road. And I kind of took that for granted because I thought, oh, you know, just same idea as you. I'm just gonna go from point A to point B, you know, no
Yeah.
scratches, none of that. But then 2 accidents later, I'm like, okay, this is real. This is real. People get
Yeah.
hurt, and you never know, someone could get seriously hurt, or, you know, like you said, God
Or
forbid, die.
or die.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it just forces you to pay attention more. And ever since my third accident, bro, man, I just have not been driving the
Yeah.
same ever since.
The
So
way you described it, it sounds bad. Like
yeah, bro,
bad,
it was
bad.
bad. So here, I'm gonna describe it right now.
Yeah.
So I was on my way to Rockford, Illinois. I was actually gonna go see Jay. Uh, yeah, I was gonna go
You
see
know,
Wabi Fresco. Have I told you about it?
no, but here's
Or
the thing. I just texted him today
okay,
and over something that we were working on. And I'm going up our messages because he did mention he's told me, he's like, I'm gonna call you when Emmanuel's here. I'm like, oh, he's pulling up again. He's like, yeah. He's like, just know it's gonna be iconic. I'm like, okay, cool, awesome, awesome.
okay.
And then he texts me later on that day. He's like, hey, so that's canceled. He didn't tell me why, but he's like, that's
Oh,
canceled. But now that you're telling me this, two and two together,
oh
it must have been
man,
that day that you
yeah,
were going and whatever was planned is no longer happening.
man, yeah, exactly, yeah. Because I remember me and him were talking about, okay, when we pull up, we're gonna FaceTime Diego, and
Mm-hmm.
then, man, bro, I, I was so livid that day too, because I was gonna go pick him up from Rockford, Illinois, and it was gonna be the opening night for Next Wave Studios, and we
Uh-huh.
were gonna perform together.
Oh, that would have
Yeah,
been awesome.
and then I think honestly, I was way too excited. My head was in the clouds too much, that I just didn't pay attention to the
Yeah.
road. So I pulled out from the neighborhood, because I went to the neighborhood to drop some stuff off for my grandma.
Uh-huh.
I pulled out of the neighborhood block, and then it looked clear enough, you know.
Yeah.
And then and I, and okay, I'm just gonna say this. I'm always gonna be hard on myself because it happened to me. So
Right. Yeah.
I feel like I have a responsibility, even though it might have been the other person's fault. But you know, I'm just gonna say it, speaking, just, you know, kind of feeling bad. I was
Yeah.
driving. I pulled out the car. It looked like, you know, it looked like there was enough space where I could pull out. So I was driving into a two-way, turning left into a two-way. So there was a car, like, not, it didn't look that far away. So I pulled out, but the car just did not stop. It did not slow down. And then it ended up hitting me like this. And then I
Oh, and in
spun
the
out.
front.
It hit me in the back, So like
Oh, okay, okay.
I
And
drove out into like halfway into the two-way, but it just
yeah.
didn't stop. So it was on the right side of the two-way. It was on the
Okay.
Then it drove, just like slammed into me. Everything, bro, everything, like my life
Oh,
flashed, bro. I was like,
I
no
would
way.
imagine.
I spun out, and then like the airbag went out too.
Oh,
Oh
no, no, no.
man, it was bad, bro. Luckily, no one was hurt. We were all just very shook. There were pieces all
Right.
over the ground on the road. All the cars stopped,
Right.
and then like smoke came out of my car and stuff. Oh my gosh. Oh man,
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
it was scary, bro.
Yeah. With the airbag coming out, that's a hard crash, man.
Yeah, bro. I like after that, man, I just took it upon myself to pay way more attention to the road.
Hmm.
I felt like I was too excited, you know,
Right.
as I said before, head in the clouds. Oh, like, oh, I'm gonna go perform with my friend. We're gonna have this awesome night, and then all of that
Yeah.
just, you know, just crashed. No pun intended, but crashed.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was awful. I was so angry that day.
I would
Because
imagine.
yeah, like, I was more angry that it didn't happen than the act. It's like I was more angry over the facts that that event didn't happen more
Hmm.
than the accident itself. Like I was that
Right.
mad.
Because you were looking forward to it like so much, and
Yeah.
like let's say like, oh, your stomach hurts. That could prevent it from happening. But when you're looking forward to something, and then something with that of that magnitude happens, like you you don't even really know how to control like your to where to be more angry at. And since you were looking forward to that,
Yeah.
it's definitely like
Man.
just bad.
Golly, bro. Man. I'm just revisiting. It's just
That
like this is playing all
yeah.
back in my mind right now. I'm feeling a little emotional.
No, that's
Yeah.
totally cool,
So
dude. That sounds scary.
I just have to like breathe in a little bit.
But after, man, I don't know, but I don't know about you specifically, but after the accidents or the incidents, whatever, I was at work and my boss we were talking about something. I think because well, my boss at the time, I'm no longer working where I worked when it happened, but he was Jewish, and he was explaining to us something about his religion, and he brought up about like appreciating life, whatever.
Mm,
And then he's like, but he's like, I think they said when you walk out of whatever ceremony they have, you feel refreshed, you feel good about life and everything. And they're like, but it only feels good for that little moment. um and then he looks at me, he's like, remember when you got into, because I texted him that I couldn't make it to work.
mm,
He's like, remember when you got into your accident? He's like when you came out of that, I'm sure you came out like at that moment just a completely different person. And I told him, I'm like, you know what, you're right, I did come out a completely different person. I came out valuing life for what it is,
mm,
like after the because his when I texted him, it was a motorcycle accident. So I rode straight to the venue, and I appreciated the show so much more than I would have appreciated it before, because knowing that I could have not made it to that
mm,
to that show, or not even not made it, that knowing that I could have died on the highway that
mm,
same day over something that I feel like was definitely out of my control. No one ever wants to crash, but I value life so much more. I valued it so much more that day, and I value it so much more in general now. The little things in life, like a couple days ago, I went out for a walk with my little cousin who's visiting from Mexico. I went out for a walk by the water, nothing eventful, but we went out for a walk. We were talking, and I just value these things more now. Like
mm, mhm,
because it can everything could be removed at any second. And actually, about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks, I was walking my dog, and a car. It was pedestrian walking, but it's also cars. So the car was making a left turn, and if it wasn't for my peripheral vision, man, it could have ended up way worse.
mm,
I saw the car approaching, and my train of thought is it's gonna stop. Like the car's gonna stop because I'm crossing. Car didn't.
mm.
Car didn't stop. And when I'm walking my dog is up ahead. So I saw the car not stopping, and with all the pain in the world, I yanked my dog back, and but just in time, because I yanked my
Oh,
dog back and I smacked the front of the car, and I was angry, because let alone you hit me, that's fine, I don't care, you
mhm.
don't hit my dog.
Oh,
So I hit the
man,
car, and I'm angry at the driver, and I'm like cursing at her,
man, yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? You almost hit my dog. And she says, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see. I felt, and she had a dog in her car too.
Uh-huh.
So it was kind of like weird, but I was just so angry that
Mhm.
like if I didn't pull my dog back, like it was so close. It was less than a foot away from hitting my
Man.
dog. If I didn't pull my dog back,
Oh,
like
no.
my dog could have like not been here right now. So I was
Man,
like
bro.
just angry, and like it's a mix of emotions. I was angry. I was like
Yeah,
shook.
man.
I was anxious. I was paranoid. I was just mad. Like that. I don't even know how to explain it. And then she drove
Mhm.
off, and I got on the call with my cousin, and I'm like, "Oh, you're not gonna believe what happened." And I told him, and it was just, I was furious. And, these little
Mhm.
things, like I got home and I'm talking to my dog. I'm like, are you okay? Like, obviously he's fine, but I'm like, are you all
Yeah.
right? Like, let's go get you some food,
Mhm.
things like that. And like, that conversation led up to, like, that thing with my cousin led up to much more. He's like, God was testing you this year. I'm like, how so? He's like, he could have taken you out on the bike. He could have taken you out in the car, and he could have taken you out with your dog, to you and your dog, all in under a year. Like, I'm like, you're right. I'm like,
Yeah,
I gotta value it for I gotta value everything for what it is. Like, being able to talk to you right now, man. All of this could have not even
exactly.
happened if it was like, if anything else could have, if I would have died. So
And bro.
like, it's bad. It's like, it's just so much going on, and all these emotions that run through your body when you're in an accident or a
Oh
close
man.
call. Like, it's all over the place.
It really is, bro. Oh man, it brings me back to, so the woman. Okay, so after that crash happened, after the third
Yeah.
crash happened, there was a woman who witnessed it. She came straight out of her house. She heard a loud boom, and then she came
Yeah.
straight out of her house, and then she saw me, like my car uh just drove into her lawn basically.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because like it spun, and then I just drove, like I was unaware because like my
Right.
foot was probably still on the gas, so I just drove into his
Uh-huh.
lawn. And then I came out. She asked if I was okay, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just shook." Like I told her I
Yeah.
was mad and stuff, and then she said, "Hey, at least it was the car and not your life."
Yeah.
Like it's the same idea with what you said, bro. Like cars can. No, this is what she said. She said the car is replaceable. You're not
You're
replaceable.
not.
Man, I was like at the time, like I didn't want to hear that, but I knew it
Hmm.
was true. And then like it later sat with me, and then it my uncle who takes care of my grandma, he came
Hmm.
out, helped show me how to change a tire. That was my first time learning how to change a tire. So that was a good life
Yeah.
lesson anyway. But
Right.
uh he taught me how to change a tire. And then I called my mom and dad. They were on the so from Wisconsin to Illinois, they were only an hour away, which
Hmm.
was good. So they came and picked me up. And then, like you, bro, I just appreciated the moment a lot more after
Hmm.
that accident. And I really just took time to just breathe in, breathe out,
Yeah.
just appreciate. I remember I was so mad and stuff. And then my parents asked me if I want a Burger King. I'm like, I don't want Burger King. No, what the heck? I don't want Burger King. Do you
Yeah.
see how mad I am right now? I don't want Burger King.
Yeah.
But they still got some anyway. And then we were driving on the way back. My stomach growled. I was like, Mom, can I have that burger? They're just like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. I just like, see, I remember that so vividly because I really appreciate that moment,
Hmm.
even it's just like a mundane thing about not wanting Burger King and then finally, asking, yeah, can I have the burger?
Yeah.
It's just
Right.
like, I just cherish that a lot more. And I'm just really thankful, man. It's like, oh, man, bro, I'm almost about to cry, bro.
No, dude. I get you. I get you, man.
Oh man, it's just like, dang, man. It's like, wow, life is so short, bro, and you never
It
know what can
is.
happen.
It is.
Man, heart's heavy right now.
Yeah, I would imagine. And that's sitting with me, man. When my cousin said God could have taken you out at any moment,
Hmm.
and he's shown you 3 times that it could have happened. And and it's like, it's a scary thing to hear, but I don't know if you're religious or whoever listening is religious, but whatever you believe in, or if you don't believe in it, whatever it is, it's true. Like, life is so short, you never know when things can just come to an abrupt stop. Whether you believe in a
Mhm.
God or you believe in the forces of the universe, or both, like, things can be taken away from you so fast from the most small event. Luckily my dog wasn't hurt. Like, it's sometimes, and I've been having like I've been having like baby fever lately, because on
Baby
my
fever.
TikTok, baby fever, on my TikTok, it's all like little like just like parents like pranking their children.
Oh.
And so my dog, although he's not a human, but that's like not really. I don't know. I don't even know if he's my child, my little brother, my pet. Like it could be anything.
Anything,
But
all the above.
all of the above. I felt that feeling that I'm sure a parent would feel that if anything happened to their child. Like I was so angry. I'm like, you
Mm,
could have hit my dog. Like hitting me is one thing. Like a parent would say, like, oh, hitting me,
mhm.
you can just leave my son alone. And to me, it's like leave my dog alone. Like hit me. Like if I end up tossed 10 feet across the concrete, it is what it is. It's just I don't want to see my dog hurt. And that, little
Mhm.
things like I value my dog a lot. I love him so much. But like that day I was like, you're my boy. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
you're my guy to
Yeah.
my dog. And he's just looking at me like so confused.
You're just like
He's like, what's going on?
yeah.
But yeah, no, I value everything so much more, man. Even if like when I take the train and it's stuck for like in like 20 minutes and I finally get to work, I'm like, oh, we're here. Like we're at work. Like I'm finally there.
Hmm.
But yeah, car accidents are different, man. They make you see everything as a whole, rather than oh, like I finally get to eat. Like no, like now you finally get to drive off with your life. You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah, man.
as angry as you are, as angry as you may be, but you're going
You're still
home a
alive.
full person. Yeah.
You're still home. You're not
Hmm.
hurt. Like, man, like the only thing I had was like a ringing in my ear from the airbag, but it
Right.
went away after a week. And then I'm like, I'm fine now. It's just
It
like,
lasted a week.
yeah, bro, it's like
Wow.
tinnitus or tinnitus. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's
Oh,
like,
it's an actual like medical term.
yeah, there's an actual medical term for
Okay.
like the ringing
Oh,
in your
wow.
ear after an impact
Oh,
like
I didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Tinnitus is how it's spelled. So
Okay.
tinnitus.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had that for a week. And then I went back to normal, just drove, appreciating life, drove slower,
Hmm. Yeah.
more cautiously. Like bro, hopefully a cop isn't hearing this, but now I drive the speed limit. Like the speed limit
Okay.
isn't the minimum anymore.
Right. Now it's the maximum.
Yeah, it's the maximum. I'm like, I'm just gonna be extra careful. I drive on the
Yeah.
right side of the road now.
Me too. That's
You
exactly
too?
how I like I can't go fast. Like I used to love driving everywhere. I used to love driving to New Jersey where my cousins live, and I used to love driving to the airport. Like it's something about being in the airport, like with all the cars around and the planes and the
Mhm.
terminals. I used to love it. And I went to go pick up my parents, my mom, no, my parents and my little cousin from Mexico, and I went with my brother. But I'm driving and I'm like stiff. Like it's not the
Mm.
same feeling that I had before the accidents. Before I used to, yeah, we're on the highway, we're going, maybe not fast, but it's such a nice feeling to be on the highway going to an airport.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, like I'm driving to the airport and it's like a 30-minute drive. I don't want to be in this car for 30,
Yeah,
it's
it's
like it's a
almost
completely different
scary,
feeling now. Yeah. And my hands sweating out when I'm driving now. Like they didn't do that.
man. Bro, it literally changes you. Literally
Mm-hmm.
changes you. I still like, bumping music, but not as loud anymore. It's
Mm,
like, I mean, I'll still listen to it loud here and there if I know I'm safe, but if I'm driving
yeah.
in an unknown place, I'm not gonna bump it all the way up. I'm
Oh
just gonna
yeah, yeah.
bring it
Lower a
down a
little
little
bit
bit, be
because
like, I'm not used to driving these unknown parts. So yeah, man. Car crashes are, man.
car crashes they change you, man. They change the way that you look at things, and hopefully we're never in any of them again.
Hmm.
We can never be too safe, but they suck. They suck so much,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I try my best to avoid it. Like before, I used to. So where I work now, I work walking distance to
Hmm.
to my job, to my home. Before I used to take my motorcycle every day to work, and I was putting in 25 miles a day,
Mm-hmm.
at least maybe 12, yeah, about 25 miles a day, 24, uh, going to work and back. And then I would work 2 days in Manhattan. So I would go, I live in Queens, I ride to Brooklyn, and then I would ride to Manhattan to get to work. Um, and before the incidents, I was like, okay, like it's fine. Like I get to be on my bike more. You know, when you ride a bike, man, I don't know if it sounds like arrogant or not, but you feel so good on the
Okay.
vehicle. Like the wind is hitting you. Um, the feeling of danger doesn't really exist when
Okay.
you're on a bike. You know it's there, but you're not really scared. Um, and I still enjoy it. I'm on the highway. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit 80, 90, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the highest I've hit. If any cop is listening, that's the highest I've hit. I've hit 90 miles an hour at most on the motorcycle, and in the car probably less. I think I hit 85 on the car, but it was such a good feeling. And then after the incident on the bike, I'm going like 55, keeping my distance. I know cars are getting mad, so I move over to the middle or to the right,
Mm-hmm.
so they can just fly by. But
Mm-hmm.
um, like I can't drive. I can't enjoy it anymore. Like as much as I
Yeah,
knew those
bro.
roads, I can't enjoy it knowing that there's
Yeah.
danger everywhere.
There really is danger everywhere. And honestly, bro, I've realized that it's much better for a car to be angry at you than for two
Yeah.
people to be angry at each other after a crash happens.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So like I'm
They can
taking
get
my
mad all they
time,
want.
enjoying myself on the road. I'm like carefully, like I can still enjoy
Right.
myself, but just not speeding or going super fast. Just like
Yeah.
taking my time. If cars want to, if I'm driving slow, if cars want to pass me, let them pass, like
Exactly. Go right ahead. Like I'm not gonna fight it or you know
speed up to
throw
race
up any
or
signs.
anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no.
Go ahead and pass me.
Like you want to get
I'm trying
mad,
to
carry
live.
on.
Yeah, carry on. I'm
Exactly.
trying to live out here. But yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if
Yeah,
anyone's
no.
listening, I hope this, you know, episode helps you and gives you comfort knowing that there are people who have gone into car crashes. And also remember that it's called an accident for a reason too. You
Yeah.
know, like, like as I mentioned before with my third crash, I was so hard on myself. And as hard, like, I shouldn't be too hard on myself since accidents do happen, but
Yeah.
it's not an excuse to not be careful next time.
Yeah. Just because it's an accident doesn't mean that wasn't it doesn't matter if you were at fault or not. Life is just like that. Whether you're at fault, whether you're not, you should always be cautious no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, this is good. This is good. This felt like a therapy
It's
session.
it does. Whenever I tell the story, like I don't know how much weight I have on my shoulders from this, but every time I tell it, it just comes off even more and more and more.
Yeah.
Like I'm slowly getting back into the groove of driving, but like knowing like a couple of days ago, I'm driving and then like it's like a sudden flashback
Oh,
of when I got hit in the car. Not even the bike anymore, it's just a car. And I'm like, whoa, like let's try to forget this. Like let's just forget this. Like, it's in the past. Like
oh,
just you're good. And I try, but it's not easy. Like I have a sunroof, and whenever it's nice, like whenever it was like decent out, because right now it's 55. I would drive with my
oh,
sunroof,
nice.
open. So uh if I open up my sunroof and I let the air hit me, I raise the volume a little bit on my music just to distract myself from the fact that although it did happen, like it should not let let it stop me from enjoying what I used to enjoy, whether it be
Mm,
driving. Definitely not gonna drive fast anymore, as much as whatever fast was to me, right? But
mm-hmm.
um, I don't want to deal with any more accidents. It's ugly. It's an ugly feeling.
It is. Bro, like just one more thing just to say, like whenever I come into instances of uh previous accidents, kind of replicating itself, I get so scared. I'm like, no, I just like
Yeah.
speed up and I don't want this to happen. Yeah, it's definitely gonna take time. Definitely gonna take time
Yeah.
to heal from it.
Yeah. As long as you don't let it stop you from driving, I guess you can say,
Mm-hmm.
because things like that are going to happen. And I think the best way to overcome it is to face it head on.
Mm.
Obviously, not like don't go fast and don't look for that same situation, but like, all right, like speed limit, let's say, is 60 miles an hour. I'm going to hit the speed limit. Like that should be, although I don't want to, 60 miles an hour, let me hit the 60 so I can get comfortable driving 60 miles an hour. And then you can slow down. You can always go back down to 55 or 50, but
Mm-hmm.
but it takes baby steps to overcome these things. I used to be scared. I think I still am. I'm not gonna lie. I used to be scared getting off from the same exit where my car got hit.
Mm.
Like I don't want to take that exit. I know that exit. I don't want to take it because last time I was on it,
Yeah.
you know. And then same thing with the bikes when I had to take that highway all the time. So
Man,
I was in the accident
flashbacks.
on Wednesday. Yeah, I was on the accident on Wednesday. I drove to work on Thursday, and on the way back, I passed by the exact same spot that accident happened at, and I still saw debris on the floor. Was
Oh,
it ours? I
oh,
don't know, but
oh man.
um, but I drive and I'm like, it happened right here, and I just keep driving off. I'm like, I don't like.
Mm.
It's like little. I don't know if it's the appropriate thing to say, but it's like little triggers that
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
just like these things are there and you can't really run away from them. So I guess the only thing you could do is face them head on and don't let them run your life, you know?
Bro, that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Yeah. Stuff like that happens. We just gotta face it head on and move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, man. To wrap this up, and then
Yeah.
do you have anything where people can follow you at? Anything you want to plug? Shout out.
Yeah. Instagram, DIIREZ, Twitter, DIREZ, MUSIC. This will probably be out by then, but my new song Blame It is probably out now. Go check it out. It's a year. I recorded it over a year ago. Wrote it over a year ago, I think actually. Wrote it in December, finished writing it in January, recorded it in January. So we're already over a year out. So it's exciting.
Let's go.
But yeah,
Let's
go
go,
check that
man.
out.
Out now, baby. And y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Emmanuel LKD. Make sure to also, I'm gonna plug my music as well. My music's out now on Spotify, Apple Music, Emmanuel LKD. Make sure to follow and subscribe, like and comment under this video what you thought about it. How has this video helped you? And subscribe for more videos. It really helps out a lot and shows support and all that. So with that being said, you've got Mudkip, bro. I've got Trico. What does Torchic
Hey,
got? Do you have a Torchic on you?
I have a Torchic somewhere in the bag actually.
Okay.
Uh,
Because
yeah,
I just noticed the Mudkip in the back, just to go on a
this
tangent a
one.
little bit. I saw the Mudkip in the bag and I'm like, I got a Trico here. Let's go.
Yeah, I have a Magikarp up here actually.
Let's go.
I have too many. I have way too many, dude. If you could see what I have over here,
Oh man.
it's a lot. Oh, actually, I got this at Comic-Con. It's a Turtwig.
Oh shoot. That's fire.
Yes, but you can actually take them out. So
Oh, that's cute.
yeah,
Oh, that's
that was
cute.
really cool.
Oh man. Yo, with that being said, me, Trico, Diego, Mudkip, and Turtwig, we all say peace out and hope y'all drive
Peace.
safe and take care.
Definitely.
And remember that it's not your fault. Accidents happen, but please be careful. Peace out, y'all.
Always be careful. Peace.